This video chart presentation of Telecommunication Systems Inc. It's a NASDAQ-listed stock trading under ticker TSYS. Going to wrap the week up with TSYS. Keep it on breakout alert. Over the last month and a half, stocks made a climb off a bottom at $1.82, all the way up to a resistance point around $2.40. Pulled back on the climb again this week, pressing on that resistance point. And if it breaks out, there's a pretty nice upside of the old resistance point. So I want to end the week with this, see how it performs today, then keep an eye on it going forward to see if it can finally break through resistance or not. Classic case of the MACD. Uptrend, made the move, pulled back, now dropping a bullish cross. Right there at that 0 point. Exactly what I want to see, because going forward, I want to see that uptrend in the MACD continue. Similar look with the PPO. ADX has worked itself back down to a very neutral position. All three components tucked together, basically under 20. That puts it in what's considered a trading pattern. Look for that move back through 20 and certainly back through 30 to show that the ADX is in a trend. Money flow index, outside of a dip on that retrace, throughout the course of this climb, holding over top of 50, showing people are paying higher prices for the stock. Again, that's a bullish indication. All three components tucked together, which is what I want to see. I don't like to see big separation like this, because when you do, 7 typically pulls right back, and that's where you see a sharper move in the stock. So it's good to see all three of them in the same proximity. It's a really nice look at the accumulation distribution over the course of 9 months in an uptrend. More recently, a little bit stronger of an uptrend, showing there's nice buying in the stock. That's reiterated by this shake in money flow, holding well in the green, showing buying pressures clearly outweighing selling pressure over 20-period increments. CCI, official buy signal, comes on the break of 100. And I see right now it's registering a 104.7. By definition, it's a hold unless it breaks back down through 100. Full stow. Stock's made a strong move this week. Full stow is a gauge of momentum. You can see how it's just rocketed off the bottom. A lot of momentum building in the play as the stock's climbed about 20%. Tricks starting to flatten out. Looks like it's going to hold over top of 0 as well. Like the MACD, it's a gauge of trend. It's factored a little bit differently though. It's triple exponentially smooth. It's very slow, considered a lagging indicator, but it takes volatility out of the trend. So holding over top of 0 and dropping another bullish cross is favorable for the overall upward trend of the stock. RSIs, they're a gauge of momentum. I reference this in just about every video because the RSI is so heavily used. Holding over top of 50 indicates bullish momentum. Below 50 represents bearish momentum. Trending on the upper half, you can see what the price per share does. So holding over top of 50 now is going to be important. But right now it's pretty clear that momentum has been building in this stock. And it does have a full head of steam heading towards this resistance point, which is exactly what I want to see. Now as far as support and resistance goes, the support side is actually a little bit jagged. I'd say that there's some right through this area, right around $2.20. Which also happens to be the 50-day moving average. See, it's registering 221. But it's dynamic. It's starting to move upward. 200 days trending upward. Seeing this price per share hold over top of those two moving averages is going to be key in my opinion. If it breaks back down, yes, there's some more support around $2.10 with this old low. But breaking below those key moving averages is not a good thing to see. I want to see it hold over top of them. Because like I said, trend is building, momentum is building. And right now it's facing some resistance at $2.20 while holding over those moving averages. So I want to see if it's going to blow right through that. Volumes picked up, 346,000 shares traded on Thursday. That's a pretty good volume day for this stock. Hasn't had a day that high since back here in April, which happened to be a selling day. So I'll be looking for those volume bars to stay strong to try and take out this point. Above and beyond that, there's not really more resistance in play. A little bit at $2.50, but primarily up here at these old highs at $2.70. Closing at 238, that's still a nice upside, adding somewhere around 15%. But if the stock can make a climb and go up there and challenge that, even if it doesn't break through and it wants to trend sideways, it's not a big deal as long as it holds a higher support level. Consolidate a little bit, that's okay. It's a pretty strong move off this bottom. And then see if it can take out 270 and continue to make higher highs in the overall perspective of the chart. Pretty nice look to TSYS, but at a key point, and one I think worth keeping an eye on, see if it can hold above the moving averages and break through 240. Those are the type of things that I'll be looking for in the telecommunication systems chart. But as always, it's merely my interpretation. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.